Greetings, life forms, wherever you're receiving us. This is Justin.
And Matt.
And I'm Landon, and I'm really disappointed I didn't get a Father's Day card from you this year. What's up with that? Seriously.
Oh, man.
I mean, granted, I did walk out to go get cigarettes about 18 years ago, but seriously, I'm still your dad.
That's
Come on.
right. That's true. That was a long lotto ticket line.
It really was, and I really hate it. I didn't win it, so I was doing it for you guys.
It's a lot of scratch offs
for you.
Absentee fathers don't typically get the nicest cards.
I will bet there's a Hallmark card for it, though.
There probably is.
This day and age, there is a card for everything.
I think I saw a meme that was like, or not when a meme, somebody took a picture, maybe a Walgreens or something. It was like Father's Day from father, from son, from, what was it, recognized father or something like that. And I was like,
recognized father.
Yeah, that's what it said. I was like,
Okay.
that's an interesting category.
Well, all right then.
I want to find that category in humor.
We need it.
What are those humor cards like?
That's what the world needs now.
Remember the time I punched you in the balls and said you weren't my dad? You are.
I want to buy that card, and I don't even have anywhere to give it to.
You just keep it on. You just keep it right here on your back pocket.
I mean, this, by the way, is another one of your $1 million ideas that you're
I
just
know,
giving away
I know.
because you could totally make cards like this.
Pissing it away.
Trademark Ricky Bobby. So
Yeah.
there we go.
So this is, I want to say, by the way, a milestone. This is episode 50
Nice.
of Nerd News
All
Cafe.
right, yeah.
Father's Day 50.
Yeah, Father's Day, and we're turning 50. So
That's right.
Congratulations, guys. I know I've only been along for the last handful, but seriously, 50 in any format, especially in a podcast, that's a big milestone.
Yeah,
So congrats.
You were in spirit.
yeah,
Thanks.
you've always been there in spirit. You were an early adopter, and
Well, I didn't want to say it, but I was the day one adopter. I worked through the beta, worked through the kinks, but really glad we made it to 2.0.
yeah, man.
That's why you
I
got
would
the free
say
DLC.
Right, yeah.
I'd call you a producer of sorts because we gave you early access to our early
Oh, yeah.
recordings. You
That
gave
is true.
thoughts and comments, so you've kind of been there all along. So you're part of it. So
But
you get to
still,
celebrate
regardless,
with us.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, and I say, as we're celebrating our 50th, why don't we raise our bottles right here in the middle, do a little clingy. We're all having a little liquid refreshment on Father's Day. Landon and I both enjoying a Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Indeed.
Most interesting beer.
And Matt's got something a little different. You got the grapefruit, right?
Yeah, I got the
Still
grapefruit.
doing the grapefruit Traveler.
Traveler.
Good stuff.
Until they're gone.
Never going to knock it.
Until
That's good
they're gone,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you called it the most interesting drink. More interesting, did you know that you can buy beer at Target? Because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
You can buy beer at Walgreens now.
Yep.
Man,
We're living in the
2017, what a
future.
time to be alive.
Yeah. By the way, we do live in backwoods Tennessee, and
That's
we
right.
haven't been able to buy drinks outside of liquor stores. I mean, beer's been in grocery stores, but now things are like the gloves are off.
Things are changing.
You get
Yeah.
beer everywhere. You can now get wine in the grocery stores.
But not on Sunday. Still.
Not on
Not on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Still
Yeah.
blue law.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah.
I don't
Tennessee's almost a grown-up state.
I will say we're kind of, but I think that we're very close to being, and I could be wrong, but I think we're very close to being the next state to approve medical marijuana, and it's all about the money. That's where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as you can prove there's money in it, Tennessee's going to be down because we have budget problems.
Well, and-
not like California, but
And think about it, like us living in Tennessee, especially in East Tennessee, our soil is so great to grow
it's perfect.
anything. I mean,
Ask Campbell County.
seriously, yeah, we could grow anything, and it
Local
always
Joe.
comes up awesome. So,
Oh, yeah.
medical marijuana, we come to take your money.
that's right. It'll be happening soon. But
Break down
for
those
now,
laws.
we're
Break down those laws, Mr. Gorbachev.
for now we are podcasting weed free, but not beer free.
Oh, this is going to be very, very fueled by the
Liquid
the
refreshment.
distilled.
Yeah, Landon's already on number 2, and we just got through the intro.
Yeah, this is the nice part of not recording at 10 o'clock in the morning. I can drink 2 beers into the intro and not get shamed for it.
We never shame you anyway. You do what you want. You're your own man.
You live your life.
That's right.
Also, like, I can't buy beer on the way if we're recording at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's like, sir, we told you this last week. You have to wait until 11 a.m. on a Sunday, which you do legally have to wait till 11 a.m.
The great news is, with the podcast format, we could tell them it's any time that we're recording. Sure,
Exactly.
this is after 5 o'clock. What difference do they? That makes no difference to them. They
Better
listen
yet,
to it.
look at your watch.
But they're
right now.
probably-
We're recording at this exact
Yeah,
second. We're
this
live.
is live.
Yeah, we're live
It's
in your
Tuesday
podcast.
morning.
Yeah.
Landon is drinking.
That's right. That's how it works.
Well, part of that might be true regardless, but
I haven't given the date yet, but of course we were saying it's Father's Day. It is June the 18th.
Whenever you want it to be.
Yeah, but you'll be getting this episode on Tuesday.
Cheesy.
I want to go ahead and issue a little bit of an apology just for the fact that we put out some epic episodes. It's not really an apology.
We don't apologize for anything.
Yeah, why are we apologizing for that? We brought you 3 hours of E3 awesomeness last week.
And even the Tuesday show went long. We typically try to make things move quick and be concise. These were long ones, so this week we're going to be a little short because we've got some gaming to do today.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So
for the Matt Weaver, and no, we're not.
and this has been fun. Wrap it up.
We're not bailing out that quick, but like Jay made reference to, we have a little bit of a board game day/night going on after we record. So we might grab some video, throw it up on the YouTube. I doubt we're gonna get full gameplay or whatever, but I think some snippets in between.
All right. We're going to take a look at Twitter. We're going to talk about a couple of things there. And then we're finally going to play a game that I've been wanting to debut on this show for a long time. It's not Trek Wars Trivia, but I'm going to call it Tossin' Maters, at least for now. That's what we're going to call it.
What rating is this game, just real quick? Does this have anything to do with Cars 3? Because if so, I am out.
No Cars 3.
Okay, thank God.
Well, Cars 3 looks spectacular.
At least critically.
Oh, well, then I'm on board.
Spoiler alert.
He's not dying.
No, he's not going to die.
But anyway.
Queen lives in your heart.
Well, I mean, we can mention. So Cars 3 did come out. Cars 2 was kind of trashed by critics. It wasn't so good. I'm hearing this one is a nice little wrap up to the trilogy, and while it's not Oscar-winning material, it's better. So, I mean,
it is Pixar. I mean,
if you're going to watch a kids movie, I would much rather go see. Oh, okay. Here's your choice. Boss Baby, The Emoji Movie, or Cars 3. Come on.
Yeah. It still has that Pixar name to it.
The Emoji Movie has T.J. Miller.
And we know how you love T.J. Miller.
I just thought I'd put that out there.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, that might not be that hard of a choice even after I say it, because I love the world that Cars made, but I hated the character of Mater. Just like Mater made me want to punch every piece of Cars merchandise I found. I despise Mater
Can't
with
stand
every
a little Mater?
No, not even a little.
Mater, the cable guy.
No.
Do you think it's the comedy tour that really turned you?
I just think that he's an unfunny hack.
There you go.
That might be my biggest complaint.
I feel like he's just everybody's neighbor, and that's the appeal.
What's the appeal in that? Because if he was my neighbor, I would get the hell out of that neighborhood. Or you know what? If he was my neighbor, I'm willing to bet there's some bylaws that he broke with the
HOA.
HOA. Thank you. You saved my joke. I just completely blanked because I mean, Larry the Cable Guy. Let's be honest. He doesn't really look like the type of guy that mows his yard every week.
He looks like a guy that probably has a toilet on the front lawn.
Oh, without a doubt, several, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. As he burns them up, he just lays them out there like a graveyard.
And I'm sure he burns through a toilet or two.
I was going to say, I'm almost terrified to ask for clarification. What do you mean when you say burn it up?
I'm just saying, once you plunged it full, and then it's like, well, this thing's broke, and it's like it can't be saved.
We're just going to put some tape on it and set it next to the curb.
He's kind of like a shoddy, 2-minute clinic. He's like, yeah, you're going to die. So here's my bill.
So, exactly.
So with the toilet, it's like, I can't save you.
Please get us back on track.
All right. Let's take a little look at Twitter really quick. We did not like any toilet tweets this week or retweet.
Oh, there are some toilet tweets out there, let me tell you.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah, it's called twitter.com.
Yeah. If you would like to take a look at our twitter.com and see our toilet tweets, that's at nerd_news_cafe. You can follow along with us. There's a few things we put out this week, but it's been a little light coming off of E3. Because, I mean, that was a ton of headlines all at once.
What do you say? Yeah, what do you say?
Yeah.
And I mean, especially for somebody like me where it feels like my focus on this show is very video game based, it almost feels like the entire industry is like,
yeah,
all
take
right,
a breath.
Yeah,
like you just came back from a bender or something.
Exactly. Yeah, like they just came back from vacation. It's just like I just want to lay on the couch and not look at anything right now.
I'm going to go on a vacation with my kids, but leave one of them out. Oh wait, maybe I'm just talking about my own experiences. Thanks, Mom and Dad. No, I might be a little bitter about that.
Shots fired.
Rightfully so, though.
The first thing I wanted to mention is that we did get some confirmation from Tom Holland that the Spider-Man Homecoming will be a trilogy, which I mean, for me, that wasn't a surprise. I figured at least we would get a sequel, but Landon, you seem surprised.
See, I'll be surprised because I knew we were getting the Homecoming sequel, but anything past that, I was a little bit leery that we were going to get period because it seems like Sony is really wanting to bring back Spider-Man into their fold. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, all right, you guys have borrowed our toy for too long, but we want to play with it now.
Well, I mean, you let the MCU, put sticks under it and boast it up and make it something worth looking at.
I 1,000% agree with you. I mean, that is a very smart business
I
decision.
won't hate on the Tobey Maguire one. The first two were pretty good. I will
And-
say, 3 that you did yourself in. And
2 still holds up.
I don't know. On top of that, there's some news, and I guess they announced it that Venom is not a part of
Yeah, that's what they said. It's not going to be part of the MCU.
MCU,
Yeah.
nor is it going to be a part of the
Right.
Spider-Man stuff.
Somehow.
How does that work?
Okay, the fact that Venom isn't going to be in the MCU doesn't really surprise me, but the fact that they say he's not going to be in the Spider-Man movies, again, like we talked about when this was first announced, you can't have yin without yang.
No,
You can't have
I
good
don't-
without evil. You can't have Venom without Spider-Man.
Right. I don't get that.
Maybe the wording's different, and I just quickly read through it. Maybe I'll have to read it, and maybe you guys can reach out to us and see how it's worded. Maybe it was like, will not be a major part, will not be, I just kind of skimmed through it, and, to the effect of Venom is not tied to anything.
I mean, I took that from it too.
Yeah,
like
so-
it's just it's really weird. It's almost like going to be Venom in an alternate universe.
Don't get me
like we're just
wrong.
going to take Venom and make a movie about
You
him.
could have, but how does he look like Spider-Man? That's what I don't
Exactly.
understand. I mean, but if you think about it, if we take Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire, I don't know why I said that because Amazing Spider-Man is obvious. Anyway, I'm in a wheel here. Hold on,
Man, I am just down the spider hole right now.
Oh, spider hole's dirty.
sticky.
It makes me feel a little creepy. Like it makes my skin crawl.
I thought you were going to say
Spider
sticky.
hole?
I was like, whoa.
Not sticky. Ugh.
No, because the spider hole is sticky because of webs.
But what I was going to say is you could have took Spider-Man out of Spider-Man 2. And, I mean, you could have made Venom work that way, I guess. Is it 2? No, 3.
3. He
Three.
was
You,
three.
yeah, you could have took Spider-Man completely out of that guy.
Or you could have gone with what Sam Raimi wanted to and not actually introduce Venom at all.
No, no. I told you my major complaint of that whole movie, Venom was not good. I think because your 2 people you cast should have been switched.
So here's something, and I'm really glad we're going this way because it helps me kind of get into this conversation I've been wanting to have for a couple weeks. One of my biggest complaints, and you guys know as well as anybody how much I love superhero movies. I love them. They're great. I love all of them. I'm going to see them all. As much as I sit here and complain about Justice League, and we're going to get to a comment on that in a minute, I'm going to see it. 100% I'm going to see it because my Batman's in there regardless of who's wearing the cowl.
Yep.
Batman's in there. So I was just thinking, the thing that disappoints me with superhero movies, and I wish that we could get away from this, and I think I can give you a good example where they do it, but first let me set it up. When they do find a really compelling, interesting bad guy, they're single serving. They're for a movie, and then they're gone.
It's your run. It's your 5 comic run with them.
Well,
kind of thing.
Yeah, and I get that because you're talking about you're cramming a lot into a movie, and that's supposed to represent like a comic run, right? So I get that, but I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't have to be that way.
No.
And this kind of gets into something you and I talked about last year. Like, is every movie got to be created to be a franchise, or can they make single serving? Well, I kind of feel like Marvel and DC both know they're going to be able to make sequels on these movies that they make. Why not make a bad guy that's interesting and compelling and good enough that it can carry through multiple movies? And here's the example I was going to give. Harry Potter does that with Voldemort.
Yes.
He's in from the
Whoa,
beginning
whoa,
to the
whoa,
end.
whoa. Do not say his name.
Sorry. He who shall not be named makes it. I thought for a second, I thought you were just mad that I mentioned Harry Potter.
Whoa. You have stepped out of bounds. I did too. I was like, oh, and then
That was pretty good. Yeah. But seriously, he's an awesome bad guy, and he's always in the background, and you get taste of him, and and the thing is, you buy into how powerful he is because he's the one that's driving everything, and he lasts from the beginning of that series to the end. Why could it not be that way? Like, for example, we're talking Wonder Woman. We're several weeks in now, so I don't care to say Ares, okay?
Yeah.
So why could Ares not have carried over multiple films? And maybe he
it
will.
probably can.
And especially a character like Ares, I mean, he's a
god.
Yeah.
So why would you not build that knowing you've got to put your money on this and say Wonder Woman's going to be a success because we can't let it not be a success.
Yeah.
So let's plan that Ares, being this ultimate god bad guy, is going to be the bad guy. There'll be some other things. There's going to be fodder. She's going to take out the fodder.
Yeah, yeah.
But Ares is going to carry on. I don't know. That's one of my big complaints about this.
If you look at early on superhero movies before Marvel really got to Iron Man and they realized, wow, okay, maybe all these toys can play with each other.
Yeah.
I would think, because it's like Doc Ock. I mean, spoiler alert, when Doc Ock dies at the end of Spidey 2, it's like a character like Doc Ock, especially with what Alfred Molina was giving us, you would want to carry that over.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that was before they realized, we can continue this on. And I kind of feel like once Marvel especially hit with Iron Man, they realize they can keep the big bad keep going, and I think that's why we got Loki and why Loki's been in everything pretty much from Thor going forward.
He's a flip-flopper, too.
I was going to say he's a flip-flopper.
He's a utility player.
But I kind of feel like he's a flip-flopper because Tom Hiddleston was so damn good.
Yeah,
as
he
you're right.
is. Don't get me
You're
wrong.
right.
That's
and
a big part of
everybody
it.
loves Loki.
I think to your point, your fave Batman, introducing Arkham Asylum into a Batman anthology of movies would be insane. He's catching them, he's putting them away. You reference Arkham Asylum every once in a while. He goes there to, different plots lead him there, and you see these old characters. They don't have to be in there maybe 10 minutes. Heck, we can even CGI them in now. So there's not even point at having the actors. Like, I own your property now. Sign the contract or don't be in the movie. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Well,
but
sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say that. Yeah, I'm totally with you. We have to kill everything we see. Everything has to die.
Because it's like they feel like they have to wrap it up.
Yeah. No.
And unfortunately, this is always going to be one of those big what ifs, especially for moviegoers and comic book moviegoers. At the end of The Dark Knight, the Joker was taken into custody.
Yeah.
The Joker, I think Christopher Nolan even said it himself that the Joker was going to come back in The Dark Knight Rises. Unfortunately, real life happens, and not Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger passes away. So the one villain that should have carried over, using Batman as the example, he's gone. I mean, it's like the character is
you're
not,
right.
but the guy who played it, who was a tour de force,
right?
You're not going to put anybody in those shoes to try and be like,
you're
okay,
right.
Did you see this once in a generation thing? Go do that again.
Exactly.
Like, good luck,
no,
ding dong.
that's a good point, and that's kind of an exception situation. So, but I guess I would just like to see more of, and I guess for us right now, if you're thinking about Avengers and like Guardians of the Galaxy, and Thanos is that guy right now. But we haven't really seen that much of him at all.
At all. You made reference to earlier, I mean, like Voldemort is the big bad over, 8 Harry Potter movies, and we don't see a lot of them. We've seen even less of Thanos. But at the same time, we do know that Thanos is this driving force, and there's going to be a payoff.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, well, I don't want to spoil it, but The Last Guardians, we did have a force that was not dealt with.
Yeah.
So we'll have that reoccurring thing, which they're building on that more. I won't spoil any of the last clips or whatever, but I'm trying to think there was one more I had in my head. I mean, they do a good job of like ultimate. And Kingpin is a perfect example. He got put away. He's not dead. He's not gone. But then again, it's a TV show,
The TV
so
show,
it's kind of like we need to hang on to this
Yep.
property, just a little bit. Which that guy plays Kingpin. I was not sold on him.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
I was not sold on him when he first came on. I was like, really? Because he wasn't bigger than life to me, and I'm used to
Right,
seeing
that's
like
true.
extremely big guys.
I was shocked that he was Kingpin. Yeah.
Yeah, and
but
then,
he nailed
man,
it.
yeah, exactly.
He's so
He
good.
played it so well, and he does such a great job. I was like, yes, this guy's it. So
I couldn't. When I first heard about it, I couldn't stop thinking of him in Law and Order.
Yeah. Yep.
that's not far from what he's doing now. But yeah, that's TV. But yeah, they have to eliminate the threat, and the threat can never come back. And I guess that comes down to like Hollywood contracts.
Yeah.
I don't know that we could get Jamie Foxx back for Amazing Spider-Man 3.
It could be that.
Not that they were going to do that, but I'm
Yeah, I
just
was gonna
saying.
say, I don't know if
it was
there's a
just an
big clamoring.
example. I was just trying to think of like people who were eliminated.
Yeah, I guess if you're using like big name people for your big bads, like Kurt Russell for Ego, because
Yeah.
I was thinking, why did Ego have to only be one movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's a super powerful entity.
He's a living planet for crying out loud. Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just a thought.
No, I'm with you on that one. We always have the nemesis factor with comics. Always. And it seems like they want to eliminate nemesis right off the bat. Oh, this is your greatest villain? Oh, he's dead.
Right.
But at the same time, if we're staying in comics, how many people in comics, if they're important, stay dead?
They
Oh,
don't.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
right.
So, I mean,
Exactly.
like, even though like we've had characters die off, I mean, yeah, we might not be able to get back. Say we want to bring back Doc Ock.
I already had it in
Alfred
my head
Molina-
how to bring him back.
Yeah.
Like you see like a scene and like the claws are pulling him out of the water and he's like, unconscious or whatever, and it starts doing like the Heimlich and forcing water out of him, and then it's like charging the claws and shocking him back to life and
That'd
stuff
be
like
cool.
that. So,
But I mean, it's like, what's not to say? It's like, okay, Alfred Molina doesn't want to come back.
yeah.
This is comics. Like,
Yeah.
you literally are bringing a character back from the dead. You can come up with a way to explain why this guy doesn't look like the guy you remember playing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Be a writer.
exactly. It's like, just because this
Do your
character's
job.
dead doesn't mean, like, you can't use this.
You're right.
So.
You're right about that. I just wanted to gripe for a minute.
Jean Grey made a career out of this move. So.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We got 3 different versions of her. It's 3.
That was my premium roast for this week.
There's your premium roast. You should have saved that.
Sorry. Oh, I wanted to mention Justice League. We have a tweet from Gizmodo
Hour 4.
letting us know that Danny Elfman will be the composer of the Justice League music, which Danny Elfman's cool.
Danny
I like his
Absolutely.
stuff.
He's great.
When I think of Danny, or if you say Batman music, Danny Elfman comes to
Yeah.
mind. So I mean,
Did you guys know that he
absolutely
did the
fine with
original Fable?
I didn't know
Really?
He did the score for the original Fable
Wow.
game.
Was unaware.
That's
of
why it's
that.
good.
Yes, the score. That is why that game is good.
No, it's a great game, but I actually
Very auspicious
nerding it
game,
out
too.
one day. Spotify was like, I need a video games playlist, and sure enough, there it is. Fable, Danny Elfman.
Huh.
So
That Danny Elfman, he might be good at music. He should stick with that.
yeah, I mean, he could definitely make it a day job.
I like that he has a distinct sound. Like
Yes.
you definitely, when you think of Danny Elfman, you can think of I think of like Edward Scissorhands,
Yeah.
and the original Batman. And,
Seems like
well,
he uses a
I
lot
say
of
the original.
horn.
Excuse me, my apologies to Adam West,
Ah, yes, the late great Adam West.
because I didn't mean Batman 66, but Batman 89.
Yes,
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I definitely it's similar to John Williams. I think of
Yeah,
John Williams.
John Williams.
and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got his particular.
He's real
sound.
upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they're very different.
Yeah. Oh,
Danny
yeah.
Elfman's got the whimsical kind of thing going on.
Who did the Inception music?
Hans Zimmer did it. All right.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans-
That's another.
yeah.
Yeah,
one,
another Hollywood music legend. So,
Yeah. All right, one more thing I want to talk about, and then we're going to play a quick game. I saw this week on Twitter that we're going to get a John Wick TV show.
Really?
And it's going to be like a prequel to the first movie. It's not going to focus on John Wick. It's going to be about the Continentals and how people get involved in that
like that.
world.
Okay.
And-
I like that because
Yeah.
I want to know more about that.
But apparently Keanu Reeves will be making appearances on the TV show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Do we
Yes.
know where this TV show?
Yeah, who's
is
holding
going to
this?
be,
Please say FX.
Yeah, if it ain't FX or if it isn't AMC or HBO.
I'm hoping HBO.
Oh gosh, I wasn't even thinking like HBO or Showtime.
I
I
mean,
was
like if you've seen the John Wick movies, this is a movie series that loves
Violent.
its violence.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is violent.
and it is
I love it.
stylized violence too.
I,
so.
I,
so
I
much
think
fun.
the combat, the fights and stuff again are so real to me because there's a lot of consequences to what's being done. When a guy gets thrown through a window, his face is shredded up. There's pieces of glass in him. He's bleeding, and through the rest of the movie, they're bleeding.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a certain amount of time. I like the John Wicks.
Oh man, they're so much
I do
fun.
too.
Oh, my gosh.
I really enjoy those. a
One
lot.
was so good that I watched it twice, and then I watched 2, and it was, it's just amazing fighting.
The first one is one of those movies that really just kind of caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere. It's like I heard good word of mouth, but when I sat down to it, it's like, oh, it's a Keanu Reeves action movie. How good can
A
it?
revenge Keanu Reeves.
Oh
action
my
movie.
God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So
So-
more John Wick, the better.
Oh yeah, I'll watch
But
20
a
of those.
TV series, that's an interesting take on it.
Yeah, and I can't find what channel it'll be tied to. It does say it'll be Lionsgate that's developing it.
I'm just terrified. Worst case scenario, John
Fox?
Wick, the show on Fox this Sunday or Sundays
go ahead
after
and-
the NFL.
Yeah, go ahead and cancel it in a year.
Seriously,
because that's
yeah.
what they do.
Let's pre-cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh God, MTV
that's
picks
the
it up.
Fox movie.
If MTV picks it up, I'm jumping out the window. I'm done. I'm done with that.
Dude, if John Wick is picked up by MTV, I'm calling it 5 episodes before there's a Teen Wolf crossover.
Oh yeah, or
Wait
they're
a
in a high
minute,
school.
Right, Wick hunts Teen Wolf. I would watch that.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
MTV, make this.
It's called Supernatural.
That'd be pretty cool. Actually, there
yeah,
you
that
go.
is Supernatural.
That's
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, by the way, the girlfriend is now getting into Supernatural.
Oh, Supernatural,
Oh, well,
so good.
Nice,
So good.
nice knowing her.
Seriously, yeah, she's 4 episodes into season. It's like, I really like the show. How many more are there? 12.
About
there are
100.
12.
They're making
seasons.
they've already been okay.
Oh, I know they are.
Yeah,
I know
okay
they
for
are.
13.
What Jensen and Jensen and what's the other
Padalecki.
one? Padalecki. Those guys are going to be Sam and Dean until they die.
Yeah.
That is how
The
Supernatural
rumor is
going
13
to end.
13 is
Yeah,
it because they want the collection to be 13.
I mean, like from a standpoint, that would be a great move. But it's like, how many times has the writer said,
Oh,
"Okay,
yeah.
this is it. We are writing the biblical edit apocalypse. Nothing can be more than the biblical apocalypse."
They've already done that.
And-
That was season
exactly.
11.
Yeah, Mhm. yeah. And we're back. Like everything is a-okay.
Yeah. Now they fought. They've defeated the apocalypse. They've fought God. They've fought God's sister.
Yep.
They've fought Leviathans.
I remember that one. That was kind of weird.
That was really weird. That was the most messed up one I've seen.
I think the Leviathan season is where I tapped out. I'm like, okay, this is getting too dumb. even
Well, they
for me.
couldn't be defeated, and then they were.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then
Deus
they,
Ex plot point.
I will say my favorite character, of course, between the two brothers is the devil. They have this guy who plays Lucifer that is so good and so funny to me. I cannot remember his name.
What, blonde-looking dude?
Yeah, blonde-looking dude. I'll have to look up his name later, but he is probably an amazing... To me, I think he's an amazing actor on there.
But apparently, and I am way out on the show, so I'm very sorry if I'm wrong. The big, like, oh my God, spoilers from the end of the season was they killed off Castiel and Crowley. So
Yeah, supposedly.
yes, allegedly.
It's an angel and a demon. How do you kill them?
Yeah.
So
That Supernatural says they did, so
Yeah.
they'll be back at the mid-season reveal next season. So.
We just ruined something for the wife, and she just came and saluted us, gave a single finger salute.
What, this one?
She watched it.
'Cause we're
That's
number
the one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either.
So, spoil.
It's
We
fine.
should have yelled spoiler alert through
It's
the
okay.
house. We need a spoiler alert alarm.
It doesn't matter. It's still good to watch.
They're gonna be back in like 3 episodes.
You
It's
got another
supernatural.
season. They got season 13.
Exactly, and then they're gonna
Crow-
keep going. It's gonna be
Crowley's one of my favorites too.
I'm on the season that you guys were discussing.
No, you're not.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, you're
That's okay.
not. You're not on the season. You're not interrupting.
They're worse than comic books. No one dies.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Exactly. I mean, Jean Grey's in the series
It's
for
a
crying out loud.
It's a soap opera.
Padalecki's character has died like 7 times. I swear.
Yeah, like Dean
Oh, they've been to
dies
hell.
every other scene. Yeah.
At one point, and I don't know if... Spoiler alert! At one point, a Grim Reaper says, when you die this time,
Yep.
you die.
That's it. I'm the
I-
Grim Reaper.
no,
period.
you're never coming back because they had the official Grim Reaper and they ended up spoiler alert, ended up killing him.
Okay.
So
anyway, yeah, the wife does watch this.
man, you got an evil bird.
McKenna-
That was the nastiest
yeah,
bird
that-
I've seen in a while.
Well, it was a big frowny face.
I know,
with a bird,
frowny
which-
bird.
That's the worst kind.
You need to tell her it's your day so you can do
You better
whatever
watch
want.
the burgers she's making. I'm just telling you right.
I
Both
might
of
have
you.
to-
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
that's
spoil
right.
it.
I didn't say anything. I was sitting here listening to you guys.
Neither
You're an
did I,
accomplice.
Matt. I
That's
couldn't
how it
believe.
works.
I couldn't
Anyway.
believe that Matt spoiled that for her.
Yeah, way to go,
Wow.
Matt.
Good try. Good try.
All right.
All I got to do is pull that baby out, man, and all is forgiven for me. So I don't know what the hell you guys are going to do.
I'm bringing over a puppy.
That's true.
apparently.
That's true. He's like, what do you got to the table here? You
I
just
live
going to
here.
take the kids
Oh,
and
yeah.
hold them up to her?
It's like, these are ours as you hold him by the scruff of the neck. That's
Not
what you
that
do
it
with
makes a
kids,
big
right?
difference, but I offer sex. I don't know.
Well, he does have a good trump card there.
I mean, I offered, but
Oh, yeah, that's true. I do offer too.
Unfortunately for men, that's not the ultimate power.
It does not work at all.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we're coming up on the mark here, so I'm
Okay.
going to do a time
All right.
check, and
All
I,
right.
and I at least want to do one round of this game and see how it works.
Yeah.
This is going to be a test.
this is the most nonsense episode.
I know, it's fun. This is going to be a test for future episodes when we're light on content. This is something we might throw in, and I think this is going to be a good time. So,
Okay.
my vision for this is we'd play multiple rounds, and you guys would gain points when you get one right,
Okay.
and then the first 1 to 3 would win. This is just going to be a single serving, and so
Okay.
we'll see how it goes.
So something you could just complain about you're going to do.
Exactly.
So
So
this is for 3 points, you say?
this one's for 1.
But I thought it was first to 3 wins.
It is in the future. This is a test round, just to see how it works.
Testies.
Because
Testies
Who's on
round.
first?
anyway, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again,
No, he's on third.
until we come
Or
up
is
with
what
something
on third?
Until we come up with something better, we're calling it tossing maters. But you guys can. And here, let me explain why. I'm using Rotten Tomatoes. What I do is I pick a movie. I know the movie, and then I go down. And I can give you some general information, like the year it came out and that sort of thing. And then I'm going to start reading you critical comments. And,
Okay.
and I'm going to start with things that are high level that aren't going to give it away. So we could do this like if you get it on my first comment, you get 3 points. If you get it on my second, you get 2. If you get it on the last one, which I'll probably give something that'll give it away, then you
Okay.
get 1.
Okay.
And you just have to be. Let's do the buzz in method.
Okay.
So make
Just
it.
say your name as the buzzer.
Okay, you
Yeah.
can say your name for it.
Does it have to be my name?
No, what do you want it to be?
Uh,
Something easy.
You might want to do one
syllable.
syllable because mine's only one syllable.
Cogburn.
That's
2
but okay.
syllables. Just be cod.
Cod. Be cod.
Wait a minute.
All right.
This
It's
took
with
a
a C.
turn. Yeah.
All right, so for first round, let me give you a little info about this movie. And typically we're going to be talking about things we would talk about on this show. So
Okay.
it's not going to be like I'm going to give you
Some art movie from
The Notebook or
1975.
So he's gonna. I'm gonna call it right now. This is the river runs deep.
It absolutely. This is actually
I
it's
have
the
a-
White Squall.
Very long rant about the Notebook that it does not work for this podcast. But if you guys want it, PM me. I will
Okay.
tell you.
We'll put that behind our Patreon.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
The
pay for that
Notebook
one.
rant. Okay, so this one is rated PG-13. It came out in 1997, and I will tell you that
Matt, Spider-Man.
no, it is not Spider-Man.
Dang it.
Although that's the right time frame, I guess, for the first Spider-Man.
No, first Spidey was a little bit later.
Oh, okay. All right.
Titanic. Sorry, I'm
Let me
ruining
see if
this
there's
game.
something else I want to give you.
No, that's it.
That's it.
It was just a movie in 97. Figured it out.
PG-13's really giving it away.
They in the info they call it a thriller. It's got action adventure tied to it as well, so that'll give you a taste. All right, first critical, and this is the one right on top. This is great. This barely coherent hunk of junk is like a cheap horror film with only a suggestion of the grisliness that appeals to the fans of this series.
Matt, House on Haunted Hill.
No.
Damn.
Codburn.
What?
Jason Goes to Hell.
No.
Oh, man.
I'm glad you guys aren't on the trail at all.
It's a horror film, but I think
All right, yeah.
I think they're using it in reference,
We're
but not
on
that
the,
it,
we're- okay. All right.
on the trail. Got it.
Codburn.
What?
H2O.
No. Damn it. Okay. Let me find. That one has the name in it, so I can't read that.
Oh,
one
you
to
should definitely give us that one.
Yeah.
And then
Here's one for you. This is interesting. A moodily malevolent, anything goes revenge fantasy that relies more upon special visual effects and digitally animated effects for its intended appeal than any comics derived sci-fi to date. That's a good hint, actually. Comics derived sci-fi, lots of special effects. Moody,
Codburn.
What?
The Matrix?
No. Lots of moody, malevolent, anything goes, revenge, fantasy action.
I'm trying to
Any
think of
thoughts over there?
1997.
Codburn.
Yeah.
Payback.
No.
Give me back my son!
Was there CGI in that?
I only
Mel
imagine...
Gibson's face?
Yeah, on Mel Gibson's face to make him not look like a raging edit.
Matt, American Pie.
It's a comic book movie. I just gave you that it's a
I
comic
know.
book
I
movie.
don't know of a comic book movie. It came out in '97. I'm having
That
a
they
hard
would
time.
consider it sounds a little bit like horror, sci-fi.
Matt, Batman Forever.
Nope.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
People are liking it more right now. By the way,
It did just turn 20 years old.
I know. I think that's why people like it.
Batman and Robin just turned 20 years old.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is. Makes you feel...
That's a neon nightmare.
I'll tell you. Here's a little
CGI
tidbit.
is
I'm not
killing
going to count this as one of my hints. It just says.
Cogburn.
Yeah.
Wanted?
Nope.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay. Let me see.
Cogburn.
What?
Blade.
No. That's real. You are really close though.
Cogburn, Blade 2.
No, it's not a Blade movie.
Cogburn, pre-Blade.
Blade.
The bleeding.
The bleeding. No, the sharpening.
The sharpening.
That's actually my favorite shop at the mall.
The gnashing of teething.
The sharpener imaging. Oh, God. What is it?
Oh, wait. Matt, Scorpion King.
No.
Dang it. We're terrible people.
I'll give you this. How about I give you?
The first letter.
Nope. No, I was thinking I'm going to give you maybe some actors in this movie.
Oh, that might work.
Yeah, God, I feel
I know.
I feel like I'm missing
right here.
something obvious.
There's one that is sliding past me for sure. I got
like a loose turd.
That's right. I was gonna say I had my bad up. They're going
what?
past me every one of them.
What?
Throwing them out there, you're missing one.
Yep. Okay. I can tell you the main actor is Michael J. White. This movie also has Martin Sheen.
He's been in everything.
I know,
that
doesn't
doesn't help.
The first one should though.
Michael J. White. What else
This
has Michael
movie-
J. White been in?
This movie also has.
Cogburn.
Yeah.
The Frighteners?
Nope. John Leguizamo.
Cogburn, Jesus Christ, Spawn!
Yes.
Dang it! Yeah! That's where I was going. As soon as he said like I was like, dang it!
Yep. There you go.
You said Cogburn twice. I think you should be disqualified.
Hey, you know what? I'm Cogburn. I'll play by my own rules.
Cogburn was his own. It was,
Yeah.
was his guess.
So we're getting a new one, but I will
Yeah.
tell you the first one 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Michael J. White. God.
Yeah.
I
That's
had
not
no
good.
idea.
That's not good. 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's actually a little better than The Mummy though, which is 16%, right?
That's tragic.
So, but worse than Baywatch at 19%. So, there you go. So, I don't know. I'm going to tweak a little bit. We'll play
All
with
right.
it.
That was fun.
Because I think what I'll do is I'll pre-review some of the comments, some of the critical reviews, so I can pick out ones that, as we get into it, it gives you a little more. The second one, I was going to read one that said Jay White, but I thought that would give it away, so I didn't read that one. I didn't know that would puzzle you guys just as much
But
as
isn't it Jai?
Jai White.
J-A-I?
Yeah. J-A-I. Bye, Jai. Yeah.
That guy. Spawn guy.
So, anyway, fun. Maybe we'll do it
Yeah,
again.
I liked it.
All
And
right.
If listeners have any movies that they want to try and stump me and Matt on, send them over to Justin.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah. There's a lot to pick from.
Oh,
And it's fun
absolutely.
to pick the ones that have been like lambasted by the critics because that gives a lot more fun content for me to read.
I mean, like we talked about earlier, everybody loves to talk about, the good stuff they like,
Yeah.
but everybody loves to talk about the bad stuff that
Yeah.
they
Oh,
like.
that's
We'll probably-
the sweetness.
Yep.
Probably end up talking about the Mummy at some point. So,
Yep, just give it time.
all
I
right.
still want to see it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't end up seeing it because you went to Wonder
I went to
Woman.
Wonder
Yeah,
Good
I want
call
to see
on
it
that
too,
one.
though. I do. I want to see it just to get the experience.
That feels like a Redbox
Yeah,
or a
probably a
dollar
Redbox
movie,
kind of thing.
like date night type thing for me.
But maybe you guys have seen it, and if you have, tell us what you think about it. Because right now we're just getting professional opinions and opinions of people we don't care about.
If you want to write us a fun review,
you could do a review, just like the Andrew review.
and review.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we could read it on air. And you can do that at our Facebook fan page because you
Yes.
got a lot more room to do that.
You got a lot more in the comments. You can also send us an email if you feel like it is too much for the comments.
Yep.
You can hit us up on Twitter if you only have 140 characters of comments.
Unless you want a direct message. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
can always
can
do
direct
that.
message. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Our
So-
DM slot is open.
Yep. Just look for Nerd News Cafe. Nerd News Cafe. I went Italian. If you want, that's a spicy
Why do you
meatball.
turn into Mario every time?
I don't know. But
Here we go. No.
yeah, you can Google Nerd News Cafe. You'll find all our stuff. Pretty much, if you go anywhere social media and put it in,
I
you'll find
updated my
us.
reviews.
Nice. Okay, good. So you can go see Matt's reviews on our website, nerdnewscafe.com.
You're not going to be nearly as fun as my reviews.
No.
Landon's at Nerd News
I've
Cafe
even tried to
.com.
make sense of yours. I'm like, okay.
I went with the
What
old
does-
EGM scoring
Oh, I know.
system, and if you grew up reading Electronic Gaming Magazine or Electronic Gaming Monthly, whatever they decided to call it, you know that their review scores make no damn sense. So that is what
I
I'm
was trying to make
do.
sense. I was like, okay, pepperoni pizza equals what?
Yep.
I think the 10 on their scale was a troll riding a surfboard eating a hot dog. So going forward, that's going to be your 10.
Okay.
So.
So wait, I thought they were going to be different every time. So like, and every
They are
movie-
going to be different every
Oh,
time.
okay. All right.
Much like the EGM scoring scale, this doesn't make any sense.
Okay, good. Then I'm looking forward to it.
There
And
you
if
go.
you're looking forward to it, go check our website. All right, let's wrap this one up. Any final thoughts before we move on? And spoiler or not spoiler alert, behind the curtain, we're getting ready to record the Thursday right after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be even drunker on that one.
Yeah, well, speak for yourself. Twitter.com/Landau's, Landoz. Probably going to be a little bit light on content because I'm in the process of moving myself from East Tennessee to Middle Tennessee, and boy, does moving suck. So just hang with me. Once I get set up in Middle Tennessee, I'll be streaming more often.
Yep.
Might have some other podcast projects as time permits, but keep an eye out on our Twitter, twitter.com/nerd_news_cafe. I will be sure to retweet myself, so all the latest will be happening there.
Very good. We will promote the heck out of all of Landon's stuff.
That's right.
Damn right. I'm here to get over.
And soon to come, Matt's Star Trek Discovery project.
That's right.
You're gonna you said you might do something.
I'm going to
around Star
try
Trek
to.
Discovery.
It just depends on the availability of being able to watch the show.
Okay.
Which I think that I have a way of doing it, and I want to do it. It's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah, that'll be fun because then you'll have something to plug.
That is cool.
That's right. I think it'll be a short show. Like I'm going to make it really, really short.
As long as it's not a shit show, then you're good.
Exactly.
It will definitely be a show.
Though to be fair, shows have tons of play on the internet.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's put a bow on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up and say for Matt Weaver, Landon Dona, and Justin Krutzinger, that's me. This has been Nerd News Cafe. Thanks for listening. We will see you next time.
In transmission.
Oh yeah.